It represents a generation of people, or a group of people in every generation, I should say, the last in every generation that are willing to do the hard things that the common man isn't willing to do. And I think that every one of our young men and every one of our cadets, the men and women that make up the United States Corps of Cadets here at West Point, and every American that serves in the United States military, certainly our United States Army, they're willing to do jobs that not everybody's willing to do, and to pay a price that not everybody's willing to pay.
Let me introduce you to the last of the hard. Yeah!
When I first heard Last of the Hard, I didn't really understand what it meant at first. I was still a young guy, coming up in the program. I didn't really fully understand yet exactly what it meant, but as I've grown up in the culture of the program, I've seen, exactly what that is, and I've witnessed it firsthand in games, during drives, offensive linemen going 20 plays, exhausted, but still putting their all into each play. Guys fighting through injuries, doing whatever it takes to help the team win.
Navy was coming up. 3 of our AI coaches, we had Voigt, we had Ejeckham, we had Ryan England, and they came up to us and they were showing us their rings, and inside the ring it had Last of the Hard. They kind of explained to us how powerful and what the black flag meant to them. That rush and that excitement that I felt that first time, I was, wow. And now that I'm living it, I understand why they were so passionate about everything, so passionate about the way they talked about the Army-Navy game and everything. And yeah, that was the first time I really heard it and embraced it.
Yes, sir!
Coming into camp, I had a great feeling. I knew we had a great team coming back, a lot of starters coming back, and we had just got done with summer training, so we were together all summer. Then we took summer classes, and I was just ready to get into football.
Our preparation, it was crazy. I think this was the best summer that I've been a part of. People were getting faster, stronger, motivating each other, pushing each other, really building that bond, that brotherhood, and being Last of the Hard.
Play fake. Anderson back to throw on first down. Fires over the middle. Caught by Robinson to the 20. And he will head in for the touchdown. 2nd and goal for Army from the 13-yard line. Handoff Buchanan. Breaks a tackle to the 5 and takes it in for the touchdown. Fires over the middle. Intercepted by Army. D. Gabbard steps up. Hit from behind and sacked. Andre Carter erupts for the first time today.
We were able to win those 4 games. I think overall as a whole, we were just, consistently getting better week by week, which was the goal of any offense.
Coach Woody always says anytime you get a win in college football, you got to celebrate because it isn't easy. So being able to get that many wins like that in a row was definitely very satisfying, and it's something that we want to continue to keep doing.
Well, I really don't know where to start. I think our emphasis is on trying to get back to our basics and make sure that to try to get prepared for this back half of the season, and certainly the biggest game of the year we played so far. We're looking forward to the next game and the opportunity that it presents.
It's always difficult to lose games, and you always have to look into yourself and look inside your own leadership and say, well, what can I do better? What can I do to win? And I remember Coach Munkin asked us, are you willing to do whatever it takes?
We as a team, we had to come together and figure out something that we could do to get this thing turned back around in the right direction. The pact that we made after the Wake Forest game in the locker room was that we weren't going to lose a single game in the remainder of our season. And the way that we would go about doing this is basically restarting our season from that point. We're going to reinvest in knowing our teammates. We're going to reinvest in learning the playbook, being extremely detailed and fundamental about everything that we do. that was really something that we honed in on and we agreed to do as a team.
We just really changed the culture of that we were not going to lose another game. We took that mindset every day. We were really going to just lean on the fundamentals and just better ourselves and work harder and just put everything on the line for the brother next to us. And captains did a great job of leading the team. Coach Munkin did a great job of instilling the culture. The coaches did a great job. Everybody's just all bought in.
It's the start of the Commander-in-Chief's Trophy season for Army. The Black Knights face off against Air Force here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas.
I'm telling you right now, this game's all about culture and legacy.
Everything about this game is about who you are, who you represent in our culture.
The culture in that game just was phenomenal. We knew as an offense we had to go in and score, and we had to put a culture drive together. That's pretty much a smash mouth football. But also when the defense stepped out there, we just put all trust in them. They've been in those type of situations before, and we just let them play ball, and that's what they did.
To win close games like that on a consistent basis, it's no better feeling. You work so hard in practice and all week up during to the game, even before the season starts, those are always the games that are circled, and there's going to be a culture game. It doesn't matter who scores and who does this and who does that. As long as you have a culture, as long as you have a drive to play as hard as you can and have the one-snap contract for the brotherhood, you never leave any doubt.
And to see everybody associated with our program in the locker room, out on the field, happy, just as happy as we were about winning, that was a great thing because it really decentralized some of the feelings that we had about going into that game. But just having support of those folks in the locker room and on the field, recognizing us as we won, was just a great feeling.
We all made a mental contract saying that we will do anything it takes to help the team win, and I feel that since that point, everybody has been doing everything it takes to succeed as a team. And everybody's been working really hard in practices and stuff like that, and games, just putting it all on the line.
You always hear about great football teams playing their best football at the end of the season throughout November and towards December. And so as the season goes on, no matter what type of injuries you have, it comes down to culture and the love of your teammates. And so no matter how bad I'm feeling, I can look to my left and my right and know that my teammates are probably going through the same things that I'm going through. And so that makes me just want to fight a little bit harder just for them and be able to come out victorious in everything that we do.
During this time when people are beat up and sore and tired, the strength staff really does a great job with making sure our bodies are right, making sure we're eating enough, and I think it's the big key to that is how hard our strength staff works. I think that's what gets us through the season, especially in November, while other people are beat up.
Which I think kind of goes along with the the last of the hard motto that we have. It's just that mentality that we're not going to give up in any type of situation, whether we're losing, whether we're winning, and then when the fourth quarter comes, we're gonna amp it up just a little bit more.
One of the most important things in football and life in general is to be able to finish. To be able to finish, even if you started poorly, you got to be able to finish and finish the right way. This team being able to come through ups and downs, starting out the season, winning 4 games in a row, then going through a 3-game losing streak, and then coming back to where we're winning games consistently now, it's just it's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's always important to finish, and I think us winning like we have in November just points to our character and our ability to finish.
This is a game like no other. When somebody talks about Army-Navy, what I think about is the intensity of every play.
Going into Navy Week, it's just something that we've been looking forward to for a whole year. Like, we have the countdown, and it shows that we are X amount of days close to this game, and it's just very exciting. We have to move with a sense of urgency so we can come out on top and sing second. So it's a great feeling that we're about to play the biggest game of my life, honestly, and just happy to be here. as a team, obviously to beat Navy, beat Air Force, defend that CIC, and that's the biggest thing, because when you come back 20 years later, people will ask you how many times you beat Navy, how many times did you win the CIC, and that's the main goal.
On offense, on defense, we play with so much energy, and we just play so much, I guess, more free and relaxed, and we're able to do our job so much better this year. Just because I know guys trust each other to do their job, so I think that's one thing that I really think is special about this team.
To be able to beat Navy one final time as a senior, to be able to put our culture on the line one more time, it's very important to us because it's the last chance we get to do it. There have been a lot of greats that have came before us in the long gray line, and there have been a lot of people who have not been able to even beat Navy once. So to be able to go out here and do it one more time with my brothers, it's essential that we get it done because we're leaving our legacy and we're leaving our mark. And we're showing the younger classes below us how it's done and what the standard is. It's to never lose and it's to always retain the CIC and win the CIC because no other name belongs on that trophy besides ours.
Having traits of being the last of the hard, being willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do is something that will help you in almost anything that you do. If you want extraordinary results, you have to be willing to go to extraordinary measures to get them.